Hello, I'm Lugatorix, and welcome to part 28 of the Scythia campaign on Rome Total War. And, well, something very odd has just happened. So, I loaded the Scythia campaign, and straight away, before I pressed anything, I got a notification that a candidate for adoption was available. Okay, he's 21, he's good. I don't know exactly what this is. And adoption not completed. He died. Okay, well, that was very odd. So, the game was like, do you want to adopt someone? Oh, sorry, he's dead now, so screw you, basically. We'll just ignore that because that was kind of a bit stupid way to start the episode. Anyway, so this is the Scythia campaign, and it is sort of coming to an end, but there's still quite a lot to do, especially with the Julii. So, well, where do we even start? Let's just start with Germania. We always start from the top, move down south. We kind of got knocked back from their last remaining settlement, which is Bartovodrum. Has a decent amount of garrison in it, but it was actually a large army outside of Bartovodrum, which kind of screwed us over in the end. So we will have to recruit in that region to launch a counterattack. I will say quickly before this episode, although I have been posting content consistently, I've actually been away for a week on a holiday. So videos have come out because I made them before the holiday and put them on schedule. But it's actually been quite a while since I've played this, so my mind is buzzing right now. So let's go over to the Julii because more's happening over there. So Segestica we took last episode, I believe. Which was kind of surprising. I actually didn't expect to be that efficient. These lads, so we have, well, 3 Illyrians, they're completely useless. And these 2 lads just heading into Segestica. These guys, well, they're basically ready to move on. The problem is, well, one of the problems is I just clicked over to Armenian territory. The other problem is that they actually can't move. They've basically got no more movement points. So they'll stay inside Segestica, and then they'll move out probably towards Batavium next turn. And also, of course, this guy over here, Silurus, is heading down in a similar direction towards Mediolanium. And he should be able to take that. We are in a strong position. Any good mercenaries? Nah. Okay. So that's the situation over in the north of Italy. As for Ariminum, we have this army over here, which could move out. The problem is Arretium is very, very strong. Like, very, very strong. So this army alone probably isn't good enough. It's actually not amazing. Like, these Illyrians are, and Peltas are a bit weak. The hoplites won't do a lot. This unit of Scythian nobles is weak. We probably could do a good bit of damage, but I'd rather just recruit a little bit, retrain before we move on to Arretium. Then we have Captain Athias waiting outside of Rome. Rome is very much crippled, so we hopefully should be able to take that this episode. And then Tarentum is under siege by Vibius Julius. Now, isn't too much of a big deal. There's nothing in Tarentum itself, but Croton has a bit of a force. Not amazing, to be honest, though, but we can't really do much because this army of Captain Madiez is over at Lilybaeum. Can't really get over in time, plus we want to take Lilybaeum. So we will recruit. We are recruiting incidentally. So basically we just have to hope the Julii don't take Tarentum. I don't think they will, to be honest. In fact, we should probably get these 4 horse archers over from Apollonia because they're doing nothing at the moment. So you guys, come over here. Well, we'll bring all 4 of you over. Why the hell not? Over like that, and what we'll do is we'll just have them here. I think that'll be good enough, and then they will come over next time, joined by probably you and you at the very least to deal with Vibius Julius. That's a decent sized force, in fact, so not too unhappy about that. That's good. As for Tarsus, well, Tarsus is under siege, 1 turn until surrender. So they're obviously going to sally forth next turn at the end of this turn. So that is something which is definitely going to happen right now. We will hopefully take Tarsus. Hopefully before Captain Damasos comes over. I'm not quite sure if he'll be involved. I think we have a strong enough army to deal with him anyway, to be honest. And I think that is it. I think I finally said everything that's going on. So I'm going to start the public order by building taverns and recruiting and so on and so forth, lowering taxes. I'm going to recruit mostly in the Germanic region, try and get some horse archers going. Similar stuff across Italy, to be honest. So I'll be a minute, basically. Oh, and also in Parthia, I should have mentioned this. I don't think I mentioned this last episode. We are besieging Campus Sarkai. In fact, we can take it now. I don't know if I mentioned this last episode. It has been a while, as I said, since I recorded. Anyway, Campus Sarkai, we can potentially take it now. So, here's the situation. It looks very strong. You look at the flag, you think, oh, okay. But actually, it isn't amazing. Thuxra has this army. It's not... I mean, the horse archers are good. Don't think they're quite as good as ours, but they're alright. These guys are trash. The majority of this just isn't that good on the second row. It isn't amazing. It isn't an amazing Parthian army. But I'm not going to attack now just because I'd rather them sally forth. I'll probably give them just like one more turn. I can't really be bothered to do it now. I'd rather focus on Tarsus and this region in particular and just dealing with Italy. So, oh, and also, yeah, Messana and Syracuse I can't make happy, so just hopefully they don't revolt. That would be very nice if you didn't do that. Thank you very much. Okay, so end of the turn, and this diplomat's moving south, not particularly important, and we've been attacked in Rome, or say in Rome, outside of Rome. Now, it's making it out like it's very much in their favour. Something which interests me. I mean, yeah, it probably is. In fact, I don't know why we don't have more force than this. We probably should. So anyway, Lentus Maxentius, it's him and a unit of Hastati, which is an alright little force, it's alright. And then Publius the Lewd, obviously himself, another general, and a bit of infantry. It's alright, but it's not amazing. I think we can hold the bridge. It's saying it's in their favour. It's a similar amount of men per side, but we have the bridge defensive advantage. So it's not going to be easy, but let's see how this goes. Okay, this is something I always forget without fail, that actually this isn't really a river and it basically is just a shallow... I don't even know, I mean that literally isn't like... You probably couldn't even drown in that water. Anyway, my point is, yeah, actually this isn't going to be as easy to defend as I thought. 2 passageways or 2 ways to get across the water, because apparently this is passable, but that isn't. Because logic, I suppose. So, we have 2 ways to sort of block, which isn't amazing. In fact, I'm starting to doubt myself a little bit here, but it's alright. It's alright. I have faith in myself that I can do an alright job. So, we're going to move all these guys back. I will put them into formation, and I'll tell you what I've done, basically. Okay, so I am basically taking a gamble here and hoping the majority of the Roman army comes through this passageway here, the main one. So I've put all my infantry here. They're going to try and hold this while we just have a little bit of cavalry the other side to deal with that, basically. So you guys come across here nice and quick. And then, yeah, like really, really quick. And you guys move forward and start hitting those Romans from a distance. That would be beautiful if we could do that. So who have we got here? We've got Lentulus Maxentius and a unit of Hastati. Okay, we've got quite a lot of arrow fire, good experienced Scythian horse archers that should do a lot of damage. I mean, how's this going to go, basically? I want you guys really focusing on the general as opposed to the Hastati. I think the Hastati will struggle against the Axemen. Well, they won't. The Axemen are inferior to Hastati, but I don't know. I feel like we have a solid chance here. So we're just piling into them from all sides, basically. We're firing on them, and yeah, the Axemen are suffering slightly, admittedly. 3% kills on both sides. A unit has collapsed, and it was the Axemen that collapsed. I think it was the weaker unit of Axemen. Now the stronger unit of Axemen have... Okay, not the greatest start ever. It's alright. It's alright, yeah. I didn't really realise a lot of things. In fact, we should have had a stronger force coming here in the first place. But it's alright. I'm not making excuses quite yet. We need to get that general down is the important thing. Like, you guys need to be running, preferably. I mean, if you feel like it. But the general is basically going to chase everyone down. But we've got to try and focus on him. Get some hits on the general. Get him down. If we can get the general down, then things might look a little bit better for us. Obviously, morale debuff for the Romans, so on and so forth. But, you know, easier said than done, getting the strong Roman general down. Although he is shaken. No, he's steady now. So the general is chasing after the routing unit of Axemen. No, he's not. He's changed his mind. This is an odd start to what is actually turning out to be quite an odd battle. Like, why are Scythian horse archers darting in front of Hastati? I don't know. This is odd. I don't think we're going to win this, but you never know with Rome Total War. We are basically just skirmishing around, trying to fire in on them as much as possible. I mean, the general's nearly dead. Like, it is literally just him. He hasn't routed. Surely he's going to die in a second. He can't be around for much longer. I mean, he literally is having arrows fired at him from all angles. How is he not dead? This guy is a maniac. And also, our aim is terrible. I literally think I could do a better job, and I've not fired a bow in about 10 years. I mean, no. This is a bit stupid now. Can someone kill him, please? Like, it's one guy on a horse. Oh, for God's sake. Finally he's down. So that will be Lentulus Maxentius. Yeah, he is dead. Okay, well, what a shame for you. So then everyone else, basically, just get over here and fire at people, basically, will be the good thing. So you guys are going to get the Astarte down. It's now just waiting for the other army to come over, and we'll do our thing, which is basically just firing arrows at their face. It's a relatively even amount killed so far. The difference is we can call on reinforcements from Arretium. They cannot call reinforcements. This is it. This is what the Senate have got now. So enough of them killed here, we actually could potentially take Rome, but I doubt it. But you never know. In hindsight, I think what I should have done is move this army up north to deal with the Julii. There was tons of Julii outside of a settlement. I think it was Ariminum. It's one of the Italian settlements. I should have actually moved these guys up north. But, it's good to do a bit of damage on the Senate anyway. It never does any hurt to do that, I suppose. Well, I say that. We could lose our whole army, so maybe it would. So, a couple of stupid Scythian units have been routed because they charged in. When they shouldn't have done, they're meant to be skirmishing, but I mean in general we're not doing too badly, but really isn't that good to be honest. Like, what are you doing? Okay, we're kind of dropping like flies now. I am actually going to retreat. You know what? I was never really properly prepared for this battle. It's fine. We still got more kills than they did, but not really that many more to be honest. Okay, it's fine. I'll tell you why this is a good thing. I'm now going to try and rationalise my actions after this. So yeah, we've been attacked outside of Tarsus. We expected that, and it's only one army. It's the army of Clytos. I don't know where the reinforcements went. They decided to go off, but you know what, I want the last episode to be us taking Rome anyway. It's a bit more of a climax to the series, so if we took Rome too early on or not at the end of the series, it'd be a bit anticlimactic at the end. So it's all good. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that for excitement value, you know what, we'll take Rome on the last episode anyway, so it's not a big deal. What is a big deal is taking Tarsus. It'll be really cool. Basically, we have to hold Turkey at that point. Clytos and his inferior army of mostly infantry, so they'll be screwed, are coming out to deal with a ton of skirmishers, so good luck, lads. They are sallying forth because if they didn't, we'd take the settlement. Let's see how we do. Okay, because it's a sally battle, we have no time to prepare, but honestly, there won't be a huge amount of tactics here. I'm going to take personal control of the two generals. They actually won't be doing a lot this battle. It'll be mostly the skirmishers, but they can just hang out on the back here. The rest of you, including the Cilician pirates, if you're already that desperate. Okay, not the Cilician pirates because you can't skirmish. Just skirmish around the enemy. I won't really have to do a lot this battle. I really won't. It will be the horse archers that do the majority of the heavy lifting in terms of kills. Okay, so the Cilician pirates and their bad defense are suffering a little bit from arrow fire, so just get back a little bit, lads. Come on, be a little bit sensible. But we are really firing on them. The chariots could be a bit of an issue, but they're low defense. I mean, lads, you're on skirmish mode, get out the way, for goodness sake. The Cilician pirates are dead, I don't really care to be honest, they were just additional troops. The chariots have really bad defense, so they should go down pretty quickly to arrow fire, but you never quite know in this game. I would assume that would be the case, but in general we still have a ton of missile fire on them, although it is actually relatively similar amounts killed so far. So the Scythe chariots went berserk and then basically immediately died. The majority of the army is hanging outside the gates, but they don't dare come over. That is why, because they will literally just get pelted in the face. Okay, so in really bad general tacticianry fashion, each unit is coming forth one by one. Which, yeah, I mean, I'm not a general in real life, but I guess that is not a good idea. But hey, it's fine for me, you know. Okay, so they're taking their time about this, and I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed now. So just move a bit forward, lads. Start really hitting them hard, and they will soon crumble. Okay, so that got their attention. Apart from the odd unit that is getting fired upon, mostly friendly fire to be honest, Klytos is in a bit of trouble, but he's not doing too badly. We are really hitting them hard. 42% to 9%. You know, it's pretty decent standards. I mean, a lot of the infantry is suffering a lot because, well, they can't do anything. You know, the phalanx are completely useless against Scythian armies, as I've mentioned many times before, and it means that Middle Eastern armies or Turkic armies, they're quite useless. It's the main reason why I really went for the Anatolia region, is because they can't do a lot, and a lot of their armies of Pontus and Seleucids and the Greeks, they're based so heavily on phalanx troops that actually they can't do anything to me. So it was really easy steamrolling Turkey, to be honest. I genuinely think most of our losses are from friendly fire, which is quite odd, but you know what, I actually don't really care too much. I'm cutting out the majority of this battle because it literally is just, you know, us firing on units. You've seen it before. It's not hugely exciting. It's just an onslaught. I mean, basically it's phalanx walking incredibly slowly into a lot of arrow fire and then basically just standing there and taking hits. It's not a good life for a Seleucid right now. Right, so the majority of their army is dead. 98% in fact. It is literally just waiting for the final few to actually bother to come out of the city, get killed, and then, yeah, that's it basically. We have taken Tarsus pretty much. Incidentally, however, Klytos himself isn't dead. So that last 1% includes the most important man on the Seleucid side. And there we go, finally. We took 205 kills or losses. The majority was from the towers or friendly fire, but honestly, whatever. We've taken Tarsus, and well, that really is the Turkey campaign finished. I mean, it depends how far we want to expand. We're very near to the end of the campaign, so we'll just exterminate Tarsus very quickly. We'll finish this turn first, and then we'll talk. So the Julii. The Julii have attacked Ariminum. This is interesting. We'll have to. I want to look at a couple of things before I really comment on that. Another geezer for adoption. Okay, we'll take you, but hopefully you don't die this time. That would be, you know, a bit impolite if you died twice. So resistance is futile. Yeah. Settlement besiege, we saw that. End of term report is cool. 200,000 denarii we have, by the way. Faction announcements. Coming of age. Siles, another Siles. This time in Thessalonica of all places. In fact, we have 2 generals in Thessalonica I didn't even know about. But there we go. That's what happens when you have such a huge empire. You just sort of forget about certain settlements completely. So let's first of all have a look at the settlement under siege, which is Ariminum. And this big army of Captain Numerius, it's big, it doesn't look amazing, it's, you know, it's got town watch in it, but okay, has besieged, and I don't think they'll be able to beat that, to be honest. I would be surprised if they could get past that. That's some pretty solid troops, but we'll see what we can do. I mean, it's not 100% ideal. There we go. These guys, Captain Athias, these were the geezers that got knocked back from Rome, and I've noticed that Nero Tacitus has landed on Capua. Now, the Scipii, they must be nearly dead. Because, okay, they have Lilybaeum, which is under siege, but do they have Caralis? Let's have a look. Let's see how many settlements these Scipii have. So, we go over to the faction rankings. By the way, I mean, our faction ranking's pretty good. And if you look at the top 5 factions, well, if you've got all factions, I mean, we're just way ahead of anyone else. Egypt are doing pretty solid, actually. Egypt have done pretty well, but still, it's just no competition at this point. But I'm actually looking at territory, and I just want to have a look at us and the Scipii, please. The Scipii, I think they might have 2. They have 2 settlements left, so they probably either have Parma or Caralis. So I was going to say, because if it was just Lilybaeum, we could take Lilybaeum now, and that Nero Tacitus' army will just dissolve, or it will become rebel, in fact, to be more specific. By the way, these 2 settlements are happy now, which is good. But, I mean, okay, well, we'll take Lilybaeum either way. So the plan, Captain Athias, well, he's probably going to be needed in this direction, because Tarentum's under siege. Capua, it looks a bit vulnerable because of Nero, so we'll just have him around here because I think he'll be more useful over there. I mean, Ariminum, I think he can deal with itself, and we'll have this force moving up towards Batavium, which is looking quite weak, incidentally. So what we'll do, we'll have all of you guys, apart from you, and you, and you. All of you guys move basically towards Batavium. I mean, just sort of head in this direction. And we can pick up some mercenaries. Are they good? No, but you know what? I'm actually going to pick them up because they will be useful if potentially Segestica puts under siege or gets under siege. So basically just go there. You head inside there, and you head inside there. And then that's actually relatively well reinforced. So Silurus, he's heading towards Batavium. That's no secret now, really. Hopefully we can take that within a couple of turns. Then he can go down south and deal with Ariminum and Arretium if necessary, which probably will be necessary, so that's good. Lilybaeum, well, Captain Madius, he has a much stronger army. I mean, this should be an absolute walkover. It is. I won't fight it automatically, though. I will do it manually because I think it's not too much in our favour that I want to risk auto-resolving it. By the way, we're at 47 regions controlled now, so although I did say, and this is still the case, that I want to not only take 50 settlements and Rome as per the rules of the Imperial campaign, but I want to completely destroy the Roman factions, which we will do. But we're actually very, very close to the main campaign being over. And then it will just be a last couple of Julii settlements and probably the last couple of Scipii ones. The reason I want to do this, by the way, is just because I want to tie up loose ends, and I feel like we're so close to defeating the Julii, we might as well just finish them off. Talking of that, actually, let's move over towards... Okay, I thought that was an army of Parthian, and I was like, what? Move towards Mediolanium, put it under siege. We can have that next turn. Potentially by next turn, or next episode, we actually could be up to 50 settlements, which would be cool. That'll be cool. That will be indeed. And in fact, Campus Archi we'll probably have a look at in a moment. So first of all, I want to have actually a look at Germania, because we have actually a couple of decent forces. We have these lads, so these lads can all come over. Just step outside of Dammer for a second. In fact, step on the bridge. So you guys are going to be there. Borders home. You got anyone decent? Yep, you've got a couple of decent lads. So join. We'll just step outside of Borders home for a minute so I can see you. This place has a couple of decent lads. Just step out of there for a second. You see, lots of small armies can combine to make actually a pretty good one. So you guys step out of Trier. And then the combined, that is pretty good. So Aram. Any good mercenaries? Nope. Aram, start moving here. You can be joined by you. And then combined, just move there. That's one force. You unfortunately cannot quite join up, but just sort of head around here. And you head up towards here. Okay, maybe shouldn't have done that. There is a big Germanic army there. It's fine. We are converging on Bartavodrum. That is the point. Because I would like to defeat the Germanics as well. That'd be pretty cool if I could do that. This army is definitely going to besiege Segestica, but we have a strong enough force to deal with it. I really think we do, actually. It's pretty good. As for this area, do I want to actually advance any further? Probably not. We don't need to. I don't want to start war with Armenia. And Seleucids, if they want to just stay chill, I want to stay chill. It's fine. So to be honest, I'm not too bothered about expanding further. I don't think it's a huge deal for me personally to do that. We actually have so much force that we can't fit them all in one city, so you guys can head towards Massacre. But yeah, I feel like that is a good place to end. We have basically the whole of Turkey. Don't want to start war with Egypt, Armenia, or... well, we're already at war with Party, but Egypt or Armenia unnecessarily, because we're so near to finishing the campaign that I don't want to start more wars and prolong it, basically. So, first thing I think we need to do, there are two things we need to do this turn, basically. Because we've dealt with the Germanics, I think it's time to deal with Campus Archi, and it's time to deal with Lilybaeum. Let's deal with Lilybaeum first, and then we'll end the episode with taking, hopefully, Campus Archi, getting up to 49 settlements, ending the turn, and then seeing what happens. Part 29 should be very, very important. But first of all, yeah, of course, let's deal with Lilybaeum. So, I think we have a very good chance of winning this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so here is Lilybaeum, and I am glad to see that it is literally only a wooden palisade. which is odd. You would have thought they being the Romans, would have actually made better defences, but apparently not. We only really need one ram, to be honest, but we can just bring a second over for lols. I can't believe I just said that, but whatever. You know, sometimes when you do YouTube, you don't think before you speak, and that was an example. Anyway, move these guys up forward. So we're going to start the battle. We're going to move you guys towards the walls, and then basically the rest of the army can move forward and start getting hits on the Romans. I don't want you particularly to be in range of the towers, that wouldn't be cool. But start getting hits on the Romans, and yeah, basically. It's a tactic I use a lot. Get to the walls, start firing over the palisade, and we've already could kill like 30% of them before we even go into the city. It's a beautiful tactic. And there you go, we're actually firing in on them, and we haven't even reached the gates yet. Beautiful. So the gates have been opened, and we're still firing on them. I mean, it's ridiculous, really. They're just standing there, waiting to be hit. Beautiful. Right, so we're continuing to fire on them, and we've actually killed 49% 50 now. We've killed half their army, and we haven't even stepped inside the city. Wonderful. Right, I think they finally got the hint that actually they should probably retreat to the plaza. That would be like a good idea. So basically head inside the city, please, and start taking them out. Okay, first geezer's coming over, so we're going to fire on him. It's literally just a phalanx unit, probably mercenary hoplites. Oh, look at me, I'm a genius. No, that's a start-eat. Yep, I'm a genius, it's mercenary hoplites. Okay, so they're gone. Now the unit of Astartia coming over under the arch, and they're basically just going to be hit with a barrage of arrows. Beautiful. That is a lovely sight, to be fair. And they're going to retreat to the plaza. Lovely. So we can now, well, we're going to kill the rest of them. But while we do, head towards the plaza, please. That would be lovely if you could do that. Okay, the plaza's actually over there. My bad. Okay, little bit of force on the plaza. It's still 40% their army, but to be honest, I can't see anything is going to be able to defeat us here. The Roman general is the greatest threat, obviously. We're skirmishing, we should be able to skirmish around them. It's a little bit sort of tight corners and stuff, which means we're not particularly manoeuvrable, meaning we might do stupid things like that and charge into Hastati, which isn't ever a good idea, particularly with your Scythian horse archers. Get out of there, please. But still, we should be hitting them a lot more than they're hitting us. 1% to 71%, I'll take that so far. Although, yeah, that's the problem with Scythians in tight city streets. They will suffer slightly, although thankfully that was Equites. That's the Roman general, though. That won't be as good. He will do a lot of damage. Still, we should be getting a lot more hits in. Guys, like, how about you sort of come over here and start getting some hits on these lads, rather than just standing in the corner. The general's actually... He is really routed. He's going to go back onto the plaza. He's going to get through a lot of Scythian horse archers and dies in the process. Who was the general? The general was Aulus Scipio, where he's no longer a thing anymore. He is now dead. He is now dead on the battlefield, and we can start taking out these last units, the Balearic Slingers, the Principes. This is pretty much a foregone conclusion now. We'll just swarm in the plaza. I actually said to skirmish around them, but for some reason we've charged. I think it's because we ran out of arrows and they just assumed, well, we'll just charge in then. But it's fine. 319 kills to 46. That was pretty smooth, taking the Lilybaeum, and we now have the whole of Sicily. The Scipii are looking very, very, very weak at this point, apart from one army of Nero Tacitus, which is still pretty strong. But still, I fancy our chances every time. So exterminate them. Can't be bothered to deal with, you know, revolting people. It's just not what I like to do. Just get a tavern, retrain. We don't need to retrain everyone, we just need to retrain basically the weaker units. So you lots, for example, that's fine. Okay, good stuff. So we now need to work out where the final Scipii settlement is, but we need to take Caranus anyway, because that will almost certainly be Roman, and Parma. So basically it's probably going to be those two we're going to head along, meaning we will need a navy. So how about Admiral Artavan starts coming over? We haven't actually got a lot of naval force around here. But it's okay. We'll recruit some. It's all good. So that's the first settlement dealt with. Let's have a look at Campus Sarkai, which I think we are now ready to actually deal with. I think it's been long enough. I mean, what's the balance of power? It's 8 to 7. They have more men. They're inferior. I still think we can do a bit of damage. So even if we don't win, at the very least what we could do is fire into the city, kill a lot of them and then just walk out rather than take kills, and just keep doing that over and over again, and by attrition we should grind them down to basically nothing. That might be the plan, because it is quite a lot of Parthians in one city, and as I said, city battles are not our forte. We'll see how it goes, and then yeah, basically. Well, here we are, and it's very, very foggy. Let's wait a little bit so we can see what's going on. Okay, it's still going to be foggy, and there we go. That's much better. Right, so this is right at the very, very corner of the map. One of the most isolated settlements in the whole game. We're going to fire over the walls, do a very similar tactic to what you just saw, and hopefully we can get a lot of kills from it. So at the very least, we can get damage against them, which will be good for doing a final blow, maybe in a couple of episodes' time. So, rams go towards the gate, and then, we'll just pause it for a second, the horse archers, which should have really been grouped up, basically come over here, start firing as quick as you can on those damn Parthians, and they should go down pretty quickly, I would imagine. Not the greatest defensive units, Parthians. So we're already firing at them, and a huge, massive Parthians. I mean, how many Parthians are in such small village? But still, we're going to get a lot of kills, I imagine. Admittedly, a lot of friendly fire as well. A lot of friendly fire. Lads, what are you doing? Spread out a bit more. Either way, to be honest, we are getting a lot of kills. That is chugging a little bit. We're getting a lot of kills. You can see, you can literally see a path of dead bodies leading to the plaza. Beautiful. Okay, so they've come out for a bit more. We're taking some hits because, of course, the Parthian army is mostly made out of missile troops, missile cavalry. Similar to our army, in fact. So they're obviously going to do some damage, and our units, like theirs, are low defense as well. So there's going to be a lot of losses, but should be more to them than to us. Saying that, it's relatively even so far. You know what? This isn't actually going as well as I thought it was. We've actually taken 17% losses. I'm not sure from what. For example, these horse archers are being hit. I mean, are they being hit from all the way over there? So how come they can hit us, but we can't hit them? It seems a little bit unfair, to be honest, but okay, a little bit concerning. We still can salvage this. Wow, a portion of our army has been absolutely decimated by like one unit of horse archers. It's ridiculous. Just come over here. Please just get some more kills. I mean, some units being hit by like phantom arrows. This is very odd, but I'm just getting a little bit frustrated at this point. The Parthians are actually doing a fantastic job, all things considered, and I can't go into the city while they're hitting us that badly. I mean, we've taken quite a few losses. Oh, and by the way, it's just got foggy anyway. Of course it has. Of course it has. What we can do at some point is get our axemen to deal with the horse archers, because the axemen are a lot stronger than the horse archers, and they will run out of missiles, meaning the axemen can hopefully completely decimate them. Hopefully. In fact, let's get the axemen in. So you guys drop the ram, and then all three of you, how about you enter the city with speed? So what do we've got? We've got Eastern Infantry. Okay, bit annoying. They're trash, but still I'd rather fight horsemen and stuff. Because their cavalry is not very good. You can see we've still killed a lot of them, but they've killed quite a lot of us as well. You can see there's a pile of Scythians over there, and they're dead. And dead Scythians, not really my, happiest sight. Let's just charge these Parthians quickly. They are shaken, so our strong axemen hopefully should be able to decimate them, get them routing straight away. They're shaken, 3 units versus 1. I mean, admittedly they're spearmen. This is maybe slightly stupid. They're shaken. They're not actually wavering. Let's get around the back of them, please. Okay, they're wavering now. We're taking far too many losses. Broken. Okay, good. Get onto them as nice and quickly, please. Just kill them. If we play this aggressively and just fire, it's charged into the horse archers, maybe the axemen could do a good amount of job. Like, literally, well, that's the Eastern General. Wait a minute, that's the Eastern General. Stop. Stop. Not on the Eastern General. Get back. Oh dear, the General is charging. Okay, we have to go in then. All in. Okay, these axemen are dead, aren't they? These axemen are going to die. There's no point trying to get them out. We might as well. This hasn't been an amazing start to this battle. This has actually been a lot more difficult than I thought. Maybe I'm just rusty, had a holiday, didn't play Total War, and, now I've come back a little bit rusty. That's my excuse, everyone, okay, for not doing as well as I should have on this battle. That's my excuse. Thank you very much. And, Yeah, those axemen died. Okay, well, let's just get everyone... I mean, we could just get everyone to fire in on their general. The axemen did actually reduce them to about half the amount they originally had. But that Eastern general did a damn good job, I can tell you that for nothing. How about... Guys, get right up to the gate. Get right up to the gate. Okay, didn't see that tower earlier. That is what was killing us. I mean, credit to Parthia, that actually kind of blends in quite well, which is why I didn't see it, but still, that's kind of shameful that I didn't see that, isn't it? So we're really firing in on the general now, like really hard. A couple of units might be in the way of the tower. No, I don't think they are. But anyway, the general should die very soon. Really should. Their general has missiles? Okay, that's pretty cool. Didn't notice that. So, how's their general not dead? He's down to only 3. Come on, lads, let's get him down. Quick as you like. Oh, for goodness sake, he's going to survive, isn't he? Well, we're going in all or nothing, and a unit of horse archers has come in. And this is really not going well, this battle. It's been very odd. This is why I do not like fighting in cities. It doesn't work very often if you're Scythia. You know what? I'm going to retreat. Screw this. I'm going to retreat. I've had enough of taking losses now. This is why inner city battles do not work if you're Scythia unless you have a massive advantage, which we didn't. Because stuff like this happens. We should have just fought them out in the open field. It's alright, we'll consolidate, we'll fight them out in the open field again, but there's too many losses we took there, to be honest. It wasn't my greatest performance, I will freely admit that. Well, that's not a great way to end the episode, I will admit. But, I mean, you know, we will get those Parthians back. I do want to make sure that happens. Just a little bit of stupidity from me and carelessness, really, more than stupidity. Crushing defeat, I mean, that's a bit harsh. 365 kills to 447 is not a crushing defeat. You know, it was about 100, not less than 100 kills, about 80 kills in it. That was a bit harsh. But you are right, it was a defeat, and it is a defeat we really shouldn't have had. But you know what, you win some, you lose some. We've been knocked back, it's fine. Go back to Campus Alania, retrain, we'll be back stronger than ever, I assure you. In fact, we don't really need to retrain. Screw it, go back to Campus Archi and take you guys along with you. Okay, so that happened, basically. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to recruit mostly horse archers. I won't bother to show you it. Retrain, do buildings and all that, and then end the episode by ending the turn, basically. So, you know what's very odd? We actually have a unit over in Campus Sarmatai, don't know how you say it, of all places, which we haven't actually seen before. Scythian noble women. So, have a look at these guys very quickly. I'm actually, don't know why I'm recruiting so many peasants over here. I'm going to start recruiting some Scythian noble women. And, well, if you know anything about this settlement over here, you'll know why. I want to launch an attack against it. A lot of peasants in Tanais, by the way. This is kind of stupid. Okay, I do believe it is time to end the turn. Let's see what goes on, basically. Right, end turn. And immediately Capua has been attacked. Don't know why I'm saying that, surprised. By Nero Tacitus. Rome's been reinforced, that's fine. They've consolidated their force up here. This big arse annoying army of Segimirus of Vindelicum has come over and attacked Aram when he hasn't got his reinforcements. So they're going to have to back off for a minute. Bards of Odrum's been reinforced. Britannia are moving around, that's fine. The Julii have attacked. This is interesting. The Julii have attacked Mediolanium. Wait a minute. Oh. No, they have Mediolanium. They've attacked the army outside of Mediolanium, but they're a lot weaker. They have about 250 men. We have 600, and they're horse archers. So Captain Caius, Ballista, Principes, Velites, I mean, it's all right, but there's not a lot of units there. And then Artavast and a unit of Equites. Well, we're going to start next episode with a very easy battle outside of Mediolanium, and we will take Mediolanium. And then this army of Silurus can move down and basically commence with finishing off the Julii. We'll be moving towards the Julii at Patavium as well, hopefully killing off the Parthians. I know my performance was bad today. Hey, I haven't played the game in a while. I've just come back from a holiday. I've been doing like nothing for 7 days, Total War related, so, you know. And then we'll hopefully deal with the Germanics. This annoying army of Segimirus of Vindelicum would be good to deal with. Also, just realised, Artavast of the Julii, you snake. You snake. Yeah, apparently loyal. Yeah, screw you. Anyway, well, that's how we're going to end this episode then. It's been a weird episode, but it's actually been a good one. We've taken 2 settlements. We are 1 off the 50 necessary to win the campaign. It's getting close now. The Julii are on the back foot. The Scipii are doing one last attack against Capua, which we'll have to deal with, but we will deal with. And that's it really. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around.